Hi, this is Margaret Borromeo from APEC Eats, and I'm going to cook corned beef with egg and rice. Hi, so I just got home after buying the ingredients for our corned beef with egg and fried rice. So here are the ingredients that I bought. Syempre, di mawawala yung corned beef. Corned beef with the rice. So, and then to make it more delicious, we'll add some sunny side up egg, and of course we'll make this rice the bahaw with fried rice and with garlic. So let's cook. First, I poured some oil and let the pan heat. After, I cracked and put the egg on the pan, put salt and water, and covered it to let it cook. For the corned beef, I used the same oil as the egg and let the pan heat. And after that, we put the corned beef. I seasoned it with pepper and let it simmer. And I waited until it gets cooked. Lastly, for the fried rice, I used the same oil too, so I won't pour another, and to not waste the oil that has been used, and to taste the corned beef with the rice, so it will be very much delicious. And I seasoned it with salt, and sprinkled it with the garlic bits. And there we have it. What can you say about it?
The corned beef is so tasty. It's not too salty, just sakto lang.
Okay. Thank you.
And the egg, yes, it's good.
Hi, my name is Yancy Taroy and I am from APEC Eats. Today we have to cook something out of ingredients that came off a sari store. And when I first knew that this was the challenge, I thought of churros because I've made them a lot of times before, and why not? Just churros are good, but I guess I didn't think a lot of the factors that could go wrong with it, so a lot of things went wrong, to say the least. And to start off, I of course went to the nearest sari store to buy my ingredients. I bought, of course, the things that you would need to make churros, and the total came to about 106 pesos, or like two something dollars. And then I went home to cook, of course. I first started off by combining some water, some sugar, some butter, or in my case margarine, because it's a lot cheaper than butter, and we are on a budget here, which is 150 pesos, so I had to stick to the budget. So I had to make some cuts or do some alternatives. I didn't go for butter because it can be pricier than margarine. And of course, as I was saying, I combined in a pot some water, some sugar, some salt, and some butter. I also added a few teaspoons of vanilla, and that vanilla was really cheap, so I decided to add a bit more to really enhance the vanilla flavor. And then I boiled that, and after boiling it, I combined my cups of flour. So for this recipe, you just need an 1-to-1 ratio of flour and water. And you can just adjust the salt, sugar, and vanilla to your liking. And for me, I did like it a bit sweet, so I added more sugar than the recipe calls for. But I think it went okay. So after combining it with the flour, you have to cool it off in your counter for a few minutes, because if you don't, you might risk the egg cooking before you getting to incorporate it. I'm struggling obviously with my English, but let's just move on. If you mix it while it's still hot, you can risk the egg cooking prematurely, and it won't really become churros. It will become like fried dough with scrambled eggs in it. So we don't want that. So I cooled off the batter for about 10 minutes, I think. For 10 minutes, I just let that cool off until it was cool to the touch. And then after I sensed that, of course, it was cool enough to mix my egg in, I did so. And then you should just add one egg at a time, then stir. It may not look like it's incorporating very well at the start. It may look clumpy or even like really dry and with some eggs around it. But you really should just keep on mixing, because it will incorporate one way or another. And then I added about a total of 4 eggs in. If you think that your batter is too runny, it means like if you pick up the spoon and a lot of it just come off the side, you may want to add more flour to dry it out, or you may want, and if it's too dry still, you may want to add a bit more eggs in. Or if you don't have any more eggs, you can just thin it out a bit with water. That's not really a big problem. You just like add more moisture or add more dryness in it if you think that it needs so. So a lot of it was smooth sailing at first because I had my batter ready, it was resting, it was cooling, and then I added the egg and it was successful. Like the dough and the batter felt perfect. But the problem came to me when I needed to put them in piping bags. It occurred to me that I made churros like a long time ago, and I think that I ran out of piping bags already. And I tried to use like plastic bags. In Philippines here, they call it plastic labo, if you guys are familiar. I tried to use those, but the piping tip wouldn't hold because the bag is too like stretchy and the piping tip just goes through. So that was a fail. And then I tried it with an ice bag because I thought that it would be sturdier. And that was kind of a fail, but not too much because it held out for a bit. We got to fry like maybe some churros after putting it on the bag and the ice bag, but the piping tip went through again, and my piping tip got fried in oil. So at this point, all I wanted to do was like stick that piping tip into my niece's eyes because she was helping me film. And yeah, if you ever see a video of me frying churros in like a portrait, I apologize for my niece for filming it in portrait. But yeah, all I wanted to do was like stab her with the piping tip, but I needed to rise, so I just made balls with my extra choux pastry. I just used some spoons and scooped up my batter, and then flattened it out with another spoon, and fried it in oil. I didn't film it because I was too mad, but I needed to rise above myself and like do things. And then after I did that, it was finally ready. I fried up all my dough, and for my chocolate sauce, which I also forgot to film because of my indescribable rage of the running out of plastic bags, I just boiled or simmered some evaporated milk because that's the kind of milk that you would normally use here in the Philippines. I just used simmered some of that, and then added my chocolate in, and then melted those down until it got thick. If you run a spoon into the pan and it leaves a like clean streak of the pan, you can see the pan without any of the sauce in it. That means that your sauce is thick enough and could probably coat your churros already. So I just set that aside, let it go for a bit, and did the taste testing with my niece. Insert taste testing. Hi editors, I love you guys. Salamat na lang editors. And then ito na, pre-taste testing.
We have here my niece, Russell. She's going to try my food and she's going to react to it, but she's really shy, so give her some slack, guys.
So after watching that painfully scripted taste testing with my niece, that is a bit older than me. It's weird, but yeah. You might ask me, Yancy, you're in a different shirt in a different location now. Did you film this a week after filming that cooking video of yours? All I can say to that is, you have no proof. I might have just gotten lazy, but yeah. So speaking of that, I'm not here to tell you a story about how I just forgot to film for a week, but I'm here to tell you guys to please answer our Google Forms or our survey that will be maybe in the description box somewhere. Like, oh my god, my pronunciation, but it might be in the description box somewhere or in the live chat. And please answer that and help us improve. You can put some of your thoughts in there or some recommendations, and then we're going to totally read all of it. Yeah, totally. But I'll be sure to read all of that, and then after doing so, I just wanted to thank you for viewing, listening, and watching our video, of course, and have a great day. And don't forget to root for your winner in the chat, because we didn't choose a winner. We'll let you guys choose the winner of the chat. Of course, I wanted to be Margaret. I looked at her food and it really was gorgeous, but choose your winner down below. And thank you again for watching APEC Eats. Bye!